Black men. The opportunity agenda for black men includes 1 million small business loans for black male entrepreneurs and a new initiative focused on health issues that disproportionately impact black men. Let's bring in right now the chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus, Congressman Stephen Horsford of Nevada. He is a national co-chair for the Harris campaign. Congressman, thank you so much for being with us. Tell us about this plan.
Well, thank you, Joe, for having me. It's great to be on. And look, what is so fascinating and important about this plan is instead of continuing to talk about black men or talking down to black men, it's time to listen to black men. And that is exactly what Vice President Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have done with this agenda for black men. It is about providing economic opportunity, wealth, health, and prosperity for Black America, which will help all of America. It's about providing $25,000 of grants for down payments to help 1 million black homeowners achieve the American dream and close the racial wealth gap. It's about providing $20,000 for givable loans to small businesses and entrepreneurs, people who have great ideas but who need help getting that business off the ground and to a good start. And then once that business is operating, providing $50,000 worth of deductions in that first year so that that business continue to be successful. It also expands into the child tax credit, providing up to $6,000 for families with children. But beyond that, it also includes the health of black men by investing in a national health equity initiative to address the inequities of sickle cell, prostate, diabetes that disproportionately affect black men's health. And when we improve the economic conditions of black people, we actually improve our economic and health outcomes. So that is what the vice president understands because she's been listening to black men throughout her career, but especially as vice president and now as nominee and what I believe will be the 47th president of the United States.
Chairman Horsford, Simone Sanders Townsend here, and I do think the health initiative specifically is very important. Sickle cell, for folks who don't know out there, disproportionately affects black people, black men especially. My uncle's son died of sickle cell at a very young age. So this is important. You represent Nevada's 4th congressional district. You are what the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee calls a frontline member. You're also, as the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, you've been traveling around. You were literally in Detroit just yesterday. What are you hearing on the ground from black voters, from black men specifically? And are you concerned? Again, we spoke with Debbie Dingell on our show yesterday, and she had a lot to say about how the messengers need to be right, specifically in Michigan. And I'm wondering your thoughts, having just been on the ground.
Well, thank you, Simone. Look, black men are the second most dedicated group of voters, a block of voters for the Democratic Party and, yes, for Kamala Harris for president. So I just want to start by acknowledging the fact that black men, we vote. We vote because we understand that the issues that matter to us literally are about our freedoms, our rights, and our opportunities. We vote for ourselves, our children, our communities, because we understand the need to protect our democracy. We vote because despite the fact that this system's not always working for us, we understand that we have to show up in order to hold it accountable to us. And the vice president, the Harris-Walz campaign understands that. That is why they are meeting black voters where they are. The vice president launched economic opportunity tours earlier in her career as vice president, earlier in her term, going directly to the people to listen to us. This is the thing. I think too many people are talking about black men and talking down to black men. It's time that they listen to us and understand that we want the same thing as anyone else. We want opportunities for good wages. We want opportunities to acquire education and skills and training. We want to be able to retire with dignity and security. And we want to be able to leave a legacy to the next generation our children and our community, after a lifetime of work, to be able to have something to show for what we've done here on this earth. And so, again, I want to commend the vice president, because in this plan, she actually centers black men. Do you know only 1% of black men are teachers in our public school system? That hurts all of us. If we don't have, it matters who we have at the front of the classroom. So she's talking about making sure that there's a teacher pipeline for black men in our HBCUs and our community colleges, apprenticeship programs, and other skills training to make sure that we have access to these opportunities for ourselves and our communities so that we can all grow together. And when we do that, it helps lift up all of America.
All right. Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, Congressman Stephen Horsford, thank you so much.
So there you have it. So,
for you in Pittsburgh.
We'll play this one later, Hakeem. We're gonna react and play it one later. So I'm guessing that she started listening to black men all of a sudden, and she threw out some stuff to help black men. So my question, I want to know who want to go first. I'm starting with you, Ronnie. Do you feel like Kamala Harris is, doing this because of the votes, or she's actually going to want to help out black men?
I don't think she's trying to help out black men at all, because right now she's in office right now. What have she done for black men? She's in office right now. She's vice president. What have her, Joe Biden and her have done for black men?
Cook.
Case closed.
Cook.
So now she's going base off, because she understands that black men been speaking for a very long time. And not only that, they didn't even mention the fact that right now, currently, there's a lot of black men that's homeless. They're not even mention that. They don't even mention that. So what can she do to help the black men that's pretty much dealing with homelessness? Health is very important. Don't get me wrong. Health, businesses, you already know, when it comes to money, all that is true. But at the same time, her being in office currently, she have not done anything for black men. So she is doing this for the vote, because black men right now are undecided. We don't know if we want to go to Trump or we want to go to her. Small percentage of black men are going for Trump, but there's still a lot of huge percentage of them are still undecided. They fickle. That's why now they got Barack Obama talking about black men. Now you got her talking about black men. Pretty soon you're going to have Joe Biden talking about black men.
Yep.
Go ahead, Hakeem. Time for you to cook.
Hey, brother, you cook for me. You just said the proverbial thing. We had them for 4 years. You now want to create a plan? Now? Prison reform. I didn't hear nothing on prison reform on them. Getting a lot of the brothers that are locked up out. Changing the, you know what I mean? So like, what are we talking about? You're just mad because you stirred the pot and you've been hearing a lot of us barking back. Like, hey, and I'm gonna say this like I said, ain't you from Canada, girl? Ain't you from Canada? Barack, ain't you from Hawaii? Are you from Mississippi, Carolina, Oakland, California, Houston, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Clayton County, DeKalb? Did your mama? Come on, man.
Now that, but remember Jordan, because I'm reading it right now as we doing this. Her number 8 thing is say support black farmers. That's one of the biggest issues they was having this year. Black farmers say, where's Kamala and Joe Biden at? Now she's talking about let's support black farmers.
Come on.
It's full of BS. But go ahead, Jordan. BS.
Listen, as a black man, I'm reading her policies like this. Okay. All right, this is what you want to do. And this is me. I ain't falling for it. As a black man, I ain't falling for it. No, do better, Kamala. I ain't falling for none of that, okay? I ain't voting. Nope. You want to do this right now? Since black men are leaning towards not voting at all or vote for Donald Trump, and Ronnie said it perfectly. You've been as a vice president for 4 years and not thought about doing a dang thing about black, not just black men, black people in general and everything. And that's what I talk about the history here as a, you know, putting a black man into jail in California. For what I've seen, I said there's videos out there on YouTube. You guys can look it up now. So Kamala, I see what you're doing. You know, you won't put Barack last year's how you disappointed a black man, this and that and everything. And now, you know, when it comes to the elections coming up weeks and weeks and now, you know what? Let me make a posture for black men, you know, because I'm a little nervous and everything, just a little nervous, because as you can see, if you go to about the last 4 or 5 elections, there's been a fall of black men that not vote for Democrat. Even though majority of black men vote for Democrat, there has been a decline of men either not voting or voting for Republicans. So you can see that declining little by little by little. So Kamala, as a black man, I'm not falling for this, because if you would have did this, you would have did this while you was in office immediately, or do something. If you would have did something, do half of that right now. So, you know, you could say, Kamala, you know what? Some of this I'm gonna do right now. Right now, you're still a VP, and Joe Biden's still a president. Do it right now. Kamala, I am not falling for this. A lot of this black man not falling for this. And how's it looking when it comes to the elections? You in trouble, Kamala.